Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosemary. This is Rosemary's You Rock Art. If you are returning, thank you. I truly appreciate it. If you're checking this out for the first time, I hope you stick around. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. So I am here with my dear sister-in-law, Joanne. I didn't even say your name yesterday. How rude of me. So my friends, requested that you do a tutorial on your hats. You know, how you use the loom and create one of your hats. So Joanne is so gracious enough to go ahead and teach us how she makes hats. So I will turn the camera around and we will see the process. So what do you think?
Well, I'm excited because I enjoy doing it. And if you like handwork, you'll like this.
Yeah, and some of my friends out there, especially Maria, her channel is Maria Crafteria Johnson. She requested that we do a tutorial, or that you do a tutorial, because she doesn't knit or use needles. So she thought she was really interested in using the looms, and so am I. And this will give me a video on how it's done when I go back home, because I'm probably not going to remember everything. So it'd be great to look back. And of course, I can always call you up.
Yeah, when you get the loom package, of course they're going to put in the instructions, but sometimes reading them is very hard. So I'm a hands-on. I have to see somebody doing it in order for me to understand it. So this might help. It
will, because I'm actually a visual learner too. You know, if I start to read things, I read too much into it. I start over analyzing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, just somebody show me.
Yeah.
So
I am hoping that I can help you out with your loom projects.
All right. Should we get started?
Yes.
All right. All right. Joanne is going to start our tutorial on how to make a hat with the loom. All right.
So there's 4 different sizes in the loom kit. I believe you can buy them individually, so you don't have to buy them all. But I'm going to start out with the very smallest one so we can get through a lot more. So to begin with, you're going to take the end of your yarn and make a loop in your yarn. And just tie it off like that, just pull it tight. And you're going to put that loop over this little notch that sticks out at the end. And that's the very beginning of. So you're going to take this part of the yarn and you're going to loop it around. So you're going to loop it all the way around till you come to the very end. And I'll do that fast. So go over the top and around the back and go on to the next. I don't even know what you would call that. Have you got a word, Rosemary?
No, but it looks doable. Wow.
Okay.
And you are using Dollar Tree yarn?
Yes, this is Dollar Tree yarn. Now, I haven't used Dollar Tree yarn before, but since Rosemary's a Dollar Tree junkie, we're going to use it. So when you get to the very end, you're going to hold that end of the yarn just with your thumb.
Okay.
And you're going to go all the way around and push it down further to the very end. Sometimes you have to just go with it. It gets a little more difficult when it's bigger, but once you get the hang of it, you're going to love it. So all the way around, because on this next step, you're going to loop it again on the very top there.
Kind of repeat the process.
Repeat the process. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
So we go all the way, and you don't want to do it so tight that you can't move it. So it's kind of and not too loose, or it's just going to just fall apart.
Okay.
So we're coming to this very end here again.
Okay.
You're going to hold it with your thumb. And here we have a little instrument that, if you buy the kit, it'll come with your kit, but you can buy them individually.
Okay. What is that called? Do you know?
Not offhand. Maybe I'll tell you when I figure it out.
Okay.
So you're going to bring the bottom loop over the top and go
Oh.
all the way around. And just like this. Now this yarn might be too thin to do it by yourself. That's when I would double it up. But for just demonstration purposes, I'm just going to show you how to do this. Now you don't want to buy, you might think buying extra thick yarn might be great instead of buying 2 yarns to make it thicker. No, don't do that. I was hoping to find one that I had made a long time ago when I was experimenting, and it looked like a tea cozy. It was so thick, it was just terrible looking. So we're back to the end again, and we go around, all the way around, and you're going to repeat it. So all the way around again, you pull it down, you hold the yarn there with your thumb. Oh no, sorry. We're going to start all over again and just repeat. And this part that I'm doing initially is going to be the actual, I think you'd call it the brim of your hat, the thicker part that goes around your head. And so depending how thick or long you want the brim, you do 3 or 4 inches long of repeating this over and over until you have 3 or 4 inches that comes down this way. And then I'll show you how to do the brim.
All right. So so that's the brim part of it. We're going to pause, let her continue on, and then we will see what the next step is. All right, we are moving on. So I tried a few rounds and I kind of messed up. I left a hole, so Joanne had to go back and fix my boo-boo. So, but I got the hang of it, I think.
Yeah, for the most part you did.
Yeah, so I just have to practice more. So, okay, Joanne, what's next?
So what is next? After you have done, depending on how big you want your brim, so see how this is wholly like this? I would use 2 yarn strings as you make the hat, because it's too wholly. See how this is, it's not, unless you want it that way, it's perfectly fine. But I'm going to show you how to make the brim. So you're going to take this part and turn it inside of your loom. And this is where your starting point was. So let me put that down here. Where did it go? Up. That's where we started, right? So you're going to take the very top here. You're going to find these kind of loose parts here, and you're going to put it over the top here.
Okay.
And you're going to go all the way around. Say you find that part. It's just the loose part that's at the very top there. So another one. And here. So as I was watching Rosemary do it, we started here and we made the loop and tied it around here. As this part of your project gets longer, you can release that loop, and this is the part that just hangs down.
Right.
Because it just all bundle up, and it'll just probably get in the way as you do it. So that wasn't one. Here's one. You kind of have to figure out, all right, maybe that wasn't the one. Actually, it was. All right, now figure it out the best you can. And we continue around here.
On each peg.
Peg.
Correct.
Yes. And we figured out what this was called, didn't we, Rosemary? What was it?
Yes, the technical term, a hook. Yeah, that's a hook. Oh my gosh.
All right. So there's one there. I don't know what happened here. I think when I corrected some of Rosemary's, but it's not going to really matter. So as long as you get them all around every single one, you kind of, if you make a boo-boo, just improvise. But when you're done normally, at the end, every one of these hooks should have a double string of yarn. So all the way around, make sure you do. Then you're going to take your hook.
The technical term,
Yes.
hook.
And you're going to bring the bottom one over the top.
I found that I had an easier time doing that portion of it.
Yes.
I did, rather than wrapping it around. I kind of tended to skip a...
I just remember I went really slow when I first started doing it because I didn't want to miss any of them, and it just, like everything else in life,
Takes practice.
it takes practice.
Right.
So here we go, and we'll make it all the way to the very end. So as you look inside here, you see your brim,
Oh, yes.
and you can do whatever width that you like, but it's doubled up, so, and it's inside. Just push it back down, and then we finish that part.
All right. And we will be right back. She's moving on to the next part, which is the actual length of the hat.
So here we are with the brim, and we start doing exactly the same thing as when you were making the length of the brim. And it's under and over, and you just continue and repeat it. Now each hat is going to be a different size in length. So usually this size of hat, I'd probably do 5 inches of the hat. As you get bigger, you're going to do a little more. Maybe for a toddler hat, it might be 6 inches. For an adult small head, it might be 7.5. All depending on how fitted you want the hat. If you make it longer, you have a little bit of a pocket at the end. It's all your own preference. So I just loop it around here, and then we start all over again till we get to the 5 inches. And then we'll be back with that.
All right. So Joanne has done like 5 inches, is that right?
Yes, usually I measure it. I measure it from the end to the top. So I have this tape measure here, and it comes to, oops, I did it the wrong way. Here we go. So one down that way, and it comes to 5 inches to the top right here.
All right.
So then I'm going to cut the yarn off, leave a bit that long, and this is when we close it off. So in the packet also, if you buy them all, you're going to get a needle. It's usually plastic. And this is how we're going to close it off. Just cut it like you were sewing. So start at the very beginning, and you're going to go in here in the loop and pull it through. Then you're going to hold down the end so you're just not wasting your time, because it might just keep pulling it through. So you're going to go here and again here, keep pulling it through. And you don't have to do it extremely tight because you're going to be pulling it together anyway.
Mm-hmm. And you hold down the other end so it doesn't go through.
Yeah, at the beginning, because you don't
Yes.
want it to go through, but you can let it go at some point there.
Okay.
So
And you go up through it.
up through the front. It's got a little ridge
Okay.
in it
yes,
here
yes.
where you can put the needle in.
Yeah.
I don't know if all of them have balls on the end, but it's a good idea to get that because it helps. It goes right up into the ridge of your peg. Here we go. So I was talking to Rosemary, and I said my grandmother used to knit with knitting needles, and we went to visit her in England one time, and she gets the pattern in her head, and she doesn't even watch her hands knit. She just does it automatically. She watches her TV shows. If you're English and on the show, she used to watch Carnation Street. You could not, I think it came on at 4 o'clock, and you could not interrupt her at all. It's like, this is my hour of time.
Yeah, but she was there.
But she would just knit. And when we
Wow.
went to visit her with my daughter, she was 3. She just sat there and was knitting her a sweater in no
Wow.
time at all.
Wow.
But I can't do that. It'd
Talent.
be too frustrating. Okay, we made it right to the end. So now you get the hook again. Make sure you have enough on this end. Get your hook, and you're going to just drop the stitches off. The whole loom. Go
Okay.
all the way around and drop the stitches. And it's okay if it feels loose at this point because you're going to be pulling it all together.
And I did a few, and I think I could get the hang of it, and it just seems like a really fun project you can do listening to music or watching a television show. It's not something I have
now-
to totally
Yeah.
concentrate.
Okay, we've got rid of the loom now.
Okay.
So you're going to turn the hat inside out. And you're going to find the two ends. Oh, let's get this thing through. You're going to find the two ends that you used. You have this extra one, but that's not part of it. That's the end of where you did the 5 inches. And you're just going to tie it off. And I also get that part of it involved in it as well, so that's tied off. So it's all tied off together. And you can do as many as you feel comfortable, just to make it sure it's secure. Now, as you notice here, there's a little bit of, I had cut off the yarn so I could fix Rosemary's little hole. And if to continue on, I just made a knot and put them together. I don't like to do that normally because it's inside the hat, but If you wanted to change the color of your yarn and make a strip of some other color, that's the way you can do it.
So you can
Add
add a color,
in the
tie
middle,
it,
yes.
but the knot always goes on the inside.
Yeah, the knot goes on the end, and you're going to cut the ends off, and we'll turn it inside out, and that's your hat.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that.
So usually with this end piece, I usually like to get the needle again, and you can do it whatever way you want, but I get the needle here, and I kind of incorporate it into the inside of the hat where you had the brim, and just kind of tie it off that way, so it's secure and you don't have a big knot there with you trying to tie it off. And I do 2 or 3 of those, and then do an extra one, maybe do a loop to tie it off like that, and then I just cut it off like this, and that makes your little wee hat for
Oh, isn't that cute?
a little wee person.
Yeah, there you go. You want to flip it around?
Well, just the same on this side as well.
For the brims facing my way.
Oh, yes, yes.
There you go. Now look at that. Isn't that adorable? Aww, very cute. Very cute. All right. All right, so that was the tutorial for the hat with using a loom. So here it is here. Isn't that so adorable and sweet?
It's got some fuzzy thing on there. There we go. Get the fuzzy thing off.
So for a little newborn, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That is so cute. And it did not take you long at all.
No.
At all. Wow, look at that. We pulled out, or she pulled out, some other little embellishments you can use to put on the hat. This one you said for the brim.
Well, anywhere on the hat, really. My daughter made these a long, long time ago. This colors, they don't go together, but especially with bigger hats, there's the little flowers that you can make and put them on the hats. They're better when they're toddler size, not the baby size. Oh, sorry, I took the thing out.
Right, right.
But you can buy a little flower making thing. I'm trying to think of where I got it. Might have been Hobby Lobby that I found it.
Mm-hmm.
But any of those kind of crafty stores, you can get those. And this is also the pom-pom that you can make and just put, and you can get a little thing for that to make pom-poms and put a pom-pom on there. So,
Cute. Oh my gosh, yeah.
so
How fun. Okay, well, I got lots of practicing to do.
yep, she's going to do it on her drive from Utah to Albuquerque.
Possibly.
9.5 hours of
For one hat.
looming.
We'll see how that goes. I might be making a call. What do I do? What do I do?
Or Jack will be making a call. Would you just tell her how to do it?
Stop. Fun to learn a new craft, and thanks for doing the tutorial.
Very
for
welcome.
Sure,
I enjoyed
sure.
it, and I hope that you enjoy it too.
Oh yeah, and what I'm going to try to do is take a picture of the instructions, so of those of you that need written instructions down, I'll try to stick a picture of the instructions at the end of this video.
Yeah.
So
And you should get it in the packet, and maybe they have them on that aisle where they sell all the looms. They may have instructions there.
yeah, I'm so excited.
So
I'm so
enjoy.
excited.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, so thanks for sharing that with us. I really do appreciate it. And Maria, I hope this was helpful. I know she made a request of this, so, but fun. So thanks for joining us. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this for Mishmash Monday or Workshop Wednesday. So no matter when you see it, thanks for joining us. Be safe, be happy, be positive, and until next time, you guys rock. We were not done yet. We're not done yet, because if you are still with us, we have a giveaway. So Joanne has been so kind to contribute a hat. This is going to be in this giveaway. So in order to enter this giveaway, these are a few things you need to do. 1, you must like this video. 2, you must be a visible subscriber to my channel. 3, you must have an address in the United States. 4, you must be 18 years or older, and in the comment section below, write the word hat at the beginning of your comment. Then later on this week, I will pick a winner, and you will be the lucky winner of this beautiful hat.
Yay!
Yay! All right, we're done now.